What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again, live for another Arsenal and chill with my brother from another mother, Colin. Now, what's going on, people? I've got a bone to pick with my man Colin because last week, he tried to do a mad one last week, saying I'm overreacting. I need to calm down. I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him about Tottenham Hotspur. I tried to do it. He didn't want having none of it. He said, Tops, this is Tottenham. Tottenham don't win anything, don't do anything. No need to worry, chill out, it'll be fine. All to see Tottenham Hotspur winning 3-1, potentially having one foot in that European final against Manchester United. Now, for me, Colin, bro, you got something to answer for now because you were confident last week and it's not turned out the way you thought so, bro. The stage is yours. Explain to the viewers, man, what happened.
Are you done?
Yeah, bro, you were wrong. I told you, bro. I told you. When you get when these guys get to this stage, you want them out. I don't care if they're Spurs, if they're Luton. Yeah, bro, if they're a rival, they need to go, bro, because they can fluke a win. And these guys fluked a win, bro. 3-1. Oh, my, bro, if they win the final before us, we're finished, you know. If they win the European final, we are done. We are finished. This is why I wanted them out. I want them out this stage, before this stage. Bro, anything before the final, please. Please. I can't live a season with Spurs winning a European final and Arsenal not winning anything in 5 years. That can't happen, bro. That cannot happen. But yeah, carry on. You do it. Go for it.
So, again, I ask, you done?
Yeah, I'm done, bro. You got a lot of explaining to do, man. Where was all this talk? I told you. You were wrong. I told you.
First of all, calm down.
No, I won't calm down, bro. I won't calm down because you were wrong. You were wrong. No, I'm not having it. You told me this last week. Man, about being calm and whatever, and they won. So, yeah. Now I'm not listening to that calm down business anymore.
Okay.
Anymore, bro. We're
right.
trouble,
Listen, right? I will admit I got it wrong.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
All right.
That's all I wanted.
All right. However, bear in mind, Bodo Glimt have a goal.
Yeah, but
all I'm saying, it would be very Spursy to lose 2 or 3-0 there.
It would be, but bro, I can't see it.
Don't get it twisted. I don't want them in the final either. I don't want them to win that shit. Fuck no. I can handle United.
Yeah.
But
bad.
Tottenham? Listen, I'll take the cooking here. I'll take the L, no problem. Right? Considering you took an L last week. So it's all good, man.
We're even.
It's all good.
Even. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's 1-1, man.
I'll say this, right? It comes back around fast, right? So just know that me getting cooked this week, you getting cooked this week, one of us is going to get cooked by the end of the season. And I've got a funny feeling it's going to be you.
Nah, bro, it's gonna. Listen, listen. I mean, the thing is, as well, bro. Like, obviously, banner aside, going on to Arsenal, bro. We're both in trouble with that. I can't even lie because
we're fucked. We're fucked, bro. We're fucked.
If we don't turn it around on Wednesday, we are finished. We are finished, bro. Especially with United and potentially Spurs being in the final. It's crazy, man. But big up everyone tuning in the chat. I'll just get through the comments quickly. Big up Mayhem. I said I would post the lineups, but this isn't a game for sure. Big up TC Gaming. Yes, boys. Pretty deadly vibes. Big yourself up, bro. Big up Donut. It says, yo. TC and Colin back again, man, for your weekly edition of Arsenal and Chill. Big yourself up, bro. Big up Mayhem says my week's been shit. We lose to Chelsea. Trent Alexander-Arnold going to obviously Real Madrid leaving. How's yours been, Tops? Mine's been not well, to be fair. My week's been awful as well, to be fair. Seeing Arsenal lose back-to-back home games is atrocious. obviously seeing Man United and Spurs win their respective European games has not been great either. So yeah, I'm with you with that, man.
We'll go over the squad. We'll be going over the squad, lads. Don't get it twisted. Tonight we're going over the squad. You know why? Sure. Because the tribal chief said so. That's why.
Kane won a trophy. Anything is possible. Yeah, I mean, a broken clock's right twice a day, I guess. So yeah, Harry Kane's actually won a trophy. I never thought I'd see the day, but he's actually done it. Thank God he's not Spurs. That's the only thing I can say, man. Colin thinks he's the tribal chief. Says
first of all, right? I've explained this a few times. That was a joke from like months ago. I've just not changed it. So, brother, why can't we have a joke? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Of course. So yeah, bro. Obviously, I've not seen you since, or we've not spoke on camera since the PSG game, man. What's your feelings on the game? Because again, obviously, I had a massive rant on, obviously, after my watch along as well, about how it was a disgraceful performance. Some of the players hiding. We have to have certain conversations about certain players. Definitely at the club.
I'm sure you've seen mine about the captain being cowardly as well.
100%, man. But yeah, just give the people a recap of obviously your thoughts after the game finished or whatever. We lost 1-0 to PSG.
All right. Martin Odegaard, let's have that conversation. I mean, we've had this conversation a few times, but let's just have this conversation now, shall we? My captain put in a cowardly performance against PSG. Cowardly. You know why it was cowardly? Because when we're needing someone to lift us, when we're needing someone to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, and again, look, I hate that term as much as anyone, but in this case, it's true. Okay, we're looking to someone to drag us to either a draw or a win. He did nothing all game. Matter of fact, I would say he hid more than anything else, and it's not the first time he's done it. Right? So all this Odegaard, De Bruyne conversations, that needs to fucking stop right now. All right? That needs to fucking stop, because I am not having anyone compare Odegaard to Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah? Kevin De Bruyne, whether you like him or you don't, would drag Manchester City to titles, to Champions Leagues, to FA Cups, whatever trophy you can think of. Kevin De Bruyne would do that for them. Tell me when in the last month Odegaard's done that. Hasn't. And did Declan Rice have a good game? No. Did Saka have a good game? No. But I can tell you when their last good performances was.
Good point.
Right? I can't tell you with a straight face where Odegaard last performed. Seriously. You're scratching your head thinking, when was this guy about, when was this guy's last good performance? Because to be honest, I can't fucking remember.
Me neither, man.
Like, I'm just like, brother, you either step up or you hand the captaincy over to somebody else. Simple as that. You've had your go at it. You've underperformed. And you hid like a coward on Wednesday. And if I see that, it was Tuesday last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
If I see that on Wednesday, bro. Oh boy. We're gonna have no. I'm not having this. I'm not having this bullshit about it's a captain, you can't, because I've seen this, right?
Yeah.
Where Robbie's saying that you can't be too harsh on Odegaard, you can't do this and this and this. I'm like, brother, like, he's the captain.
Yeah.
Hold him to a higher standard. Do you know what I mean? hold him to that high standard. And if he doesn't, well, he's had his chance, hasn't he?
I completely 100% agree with that, man. Like, for me, if I was Arteta, I would drop him, bro, because he's not warranted starting a game for Arsenal for about 4 months. Let's be honest with you. Like, he's been so bad in majority of games, even games that we've won, even the Madrid games. He was the worst player on the pitch in both games, and everyone else played really, really well. Whether it's Lewis Skelly, Rice, Saka, Timber, Raya, even like everyone played their part apart from him, literally. So for me, bro, we've been and again, people are making excuses, like I said about the injury, but there's only so many times you can say that. He got injured in August. It's now May. And listen, obviously it takes a long time. And I think we brought him back too quickly. But regardless, bro, it's no excuses for the performance that you're putting in.
And by the way, Tops, if he was injured, right? If these conspiracy theorists that I would say they are, right? If that's the case, why is he playing then?
Exactly. You got to question the manager then if he's playing. Why is he playing injured? We've got options there. You've got Ethan there. He's played Trossard there before. We've got other players that can fill in that role. Why are you shoehorning a player that's 1 of 4 and potentially 2 injured and is not providing the natural quality we need to go forward and win games in the league? It's not acceptable, especially like you said, as a captain. And mind you, the amount of money this guy's on, he's on like £240,000 a week. He's one of our highest earners, bro. And he's putting in performances like this. Not acceptable, man. Not acceptable. So for me, bro, we have to have a serious conversation about his involvement in obviously our team going forward, bro. Because like I said before, to you before a couple of weeks ago, it just feels like not only obviously his performances are bad, but the team overall just needs something different to what he brings. The whole slowing the game down, turning on a sixpence every 5 minutes. We don't need that. We need someone that's progressive, someone that's energetic, that is gonna push the ball forward through passing or dribbling. And he does need the man. So yeah, I'm not happy with his performances so far this season. I think it's been a shambles, if I'm being honest. And yeah, for me, bro, if we're looking to try and upgrade on that position, I'll be all for it, man. Because again, to be this poor for so long, it's not acceptable, especially when you're Arsenal captain. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in, coming in, bigging up everyone there in the comments. Let me have a look. Let me just scroll up again.
Yeah, I'm getting cooked as I thought I would be.
Oh, is it? I'm literally just reading the comments now. Oh, damn, yeah, you are getting cooked. Damn. Big up Cook Thing, big yourself up. Hope you're good. Colin, I will whoop you. Tops my tribal chief. Big up, mate.
How dare you?
Mate, part of my bloodline. I love that.
Listen, I'll take the L, innit? I'll take the L, no problem.
Odegaard has been poor, says TC. Gaming now for sure, replacing possibly. Listen, I'll be up for it, man. If we got linked with another 10 or another attacking midfielder, bro, bring him in. Because for me, Odegaard is not warranted starting that many games as much as he had this season because he's been poor for a while now. We didn't care against Liverpool, says Entertainment More. I'm guessing he's a Liverpool fan. No trophy FC.
I mean, look, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no, yeah, you won the Premier League. Who actually cares what kind of results you get now? You've done your job. No trophy FC, says Mayhem. After Wednesday, it could be that. KDB clears him, says Entertainment More about Odegaard. Yep, I can't disagree. You're scared of Champions League and your manager is scared of strikers. Bro, this is it. You can't even disagree with any of this. We've never won the Champions League and our managers don't like strikers. So yeah. Serial winner KDB, obviously agreeing with you, Colin. 100%. Yep. Would you sell him, Odegaard? I'm not at the point I'd sell him, but for me, his place in the starting lineup, he's definitely under scrutiny now. Like, there's nowhere I'm thinking, oh, he's definitely going to be starting next season. No way. Not after how he's performed this season, bro. So, yeah, man, I won't sell him just yet. But for me, bro, we've got to have competition for him and someone that can potentially take his spot. What about you, Colin? Would you sell him?
If the right offer came along, yeah.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
If the right offer, I'm not talking like, anything like between like 20 and 30 million. I'm not talking that. But if, for example, if someone came in for him for like 70 to 80 million, something like that, would I sell? Probably. Because, I mean, look, the way you got to look at it, right? A lot of people have said that Rice's best position is the 6. I disagree because his best performances have been, as an 8. So that's the first thing I disagree with. The second thing is we need we need a 6 to cover for Partey, because when you notice when Partey is not there, we fold like a pack of cards, bro. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Honestly, genuinely, we need another like creative eight. We genuinely do.
Yeah, for sure, man. We definitely need a competition for him, for sure. You're going to be more sad about not finishing than losing the league. Says Mayhem. Yeah, last year maybe. Says the TC Gaming. Does Arteta make players worse? Well, that is a very good question, man. Potentially, you know, because I'm thinking how people like Martinelli has died. Well, he's definitely not been the player he was a couple of seasons ago. Odegaard's another one as well. So I do feel like the attacking players definitely have not been as good as they were before, when now you see they've got so much more defensive responsibility. Martinelli tracking back, Saka tracking back all the time. But then you could argue that the defensive players are still very, very good. Lewis Skelly's development's been very good, obviously, so far this season. Timber's been an excellent signing. Obviously, Gabriel and Steve have been really, really good as well. So I don't think he makes plays worse all over the pitch, but I feel like those attacking players, under the manager, I feel like we could definitely get more out of Martinelli, definitely get more out of Trossard and Saka and Havertz, all of them, bro, because I feel like there would be a bit more license of freedom for them to roam and do what they need to do without always thinking about defensive duties. Yes, I guess against, you know, the top opposition, you got to be a bit more defensive minded, but we shouldn't be tracking back so hard against bloody Ipswich and Crystal Palace at home. Like, what, bro? Take some risks, man. Let the guys do what they need to do, and we should outscore these teams that obviously don't have as good as players as we do. So, yeah, man. For me, I feel like the attackers may be slightly worse under his over management, but again, the defensive side, I think they've been decent. What about you, Colin? What do you think?
I think a lot of positions need change in the same. I'm not even being funny.
Yeah.
I've said for months, honestly, I've said for months about Raya.
Yeah, you have, to be fair. You have.
Right?
You said. I remember.
This is the thing, right? Yeah. When I say, I'm not saying sell Raya. What I'm saying is improve on him. Raya is a good 2, right? But if he doesn't want to be a 2, that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just move you on like we did Ramsdale, not an issue. Timber, he stays. Saliba stays. Gabriel stays. Obviously, Miles Lewis-Skelly stays. Tomiyasu has to go.
Oh, he has to go. He has to go.
Bro, why are we paying his wages? Why? And then you look at Ben White. I mean, I'd keep him personally.
Yeah,
but that's just me. Calafiore, I'd keep as well because he's only just arrived. But even still, you're asking the question: where are our forwards? Why are we signing defensive players when we clearly need forwards? That's another question I have. And midfield wise, Partey, from the looks of it, Partey is going. Looks like Jorginho's going as well, so you're having to replace them too. If Zubimendi happens to be the 6, fine. But again, you need a creative 8.
Yeah.
And you need to replace Jorginho while you're at it.
Yeah.
Because if Zubimendi's coming in, that's Partey's replacement. So, you know, you got to replace Jorginho as well.
Facts.
And then you're looking at the attacking options you're looking at. We've needed a backup to Saka for time, bro. I don't know. I don't know why he's done it. Okay, he has done something about it in Fabio Vieira, but Fabio Vieira is on loan at Porto. Brother, it's another one.
Yeah, I forgot about him, man. To be honest with you, I forgot about him. 35 million spent as well.
It's mental, isn't it? It's absolutely fucking mental.
Crazy.
Like, oh my days.
Crazy.
Oh my god, man.
But yeah.
If we get Gyökeres, great. But again, this was my argument in January, right? You know you're short on a striker. right? Why would you not pay the 60 million for Osman in January? Why not? Why would you not pay what Villa wanted for Ollie Watkins? I'm not saying Ollie Watkins is the answer, but something is better than nothing, right? And if we are going to get Gyökeres in the summer, great. But I'm looking at it now and thinking, you know what? If we had one of them three, we might actually do something against PSG in Paris on Tuesday, on Wednesday night. But is what it is. Martinelli, his output's gone down. Trossard, he flops him around, plays him left wing where his best performances come, or he plays him at striker where he absolutely stinks the gaffer. Like, it's just, I'm just, honestly, mate, I'm done with it. Honest to God, I am done with the manager. I backed him last year, and you know what? At this point, I don't even care if he stays or not, because quite honestly, you've had enough time, okay? You should be winning silverware with the amount of money that you've put into this club, right? You should, at the very least, a Carabao or an FA Cup. And I'll tell you now, if Tottenham win that Europa League, oh boy, we're finished, bro. Finished. Finito. You might as well log off socials for the next month or so. Because I'll tell you now, if Tottenham win the Europa League, you will not see or hear from me for a month.
Nah, I hear it, man. Nah, we got to pray that I win that trophy, because we're done out. We're finished. We're finished as a club. Oh my God, it's peak, man. Well, big up obviously the comments as well. Carlos back again. No caps. What's going on, man? Says, oh my God. Says Carlos. Big up Kurt. Says, big up guys. Big up yourself, bro. Don't blame him. It's the ball. Obviously taking Mikel Arteta's press conferences. Colin, I'm onto you. Says Carlos. Kurt says, are you moving out, Colin, or something? Obviously, seeing the furniture in the back.
No. My floor is just getting reworked. All the stuff behind me is just so the guys can kind of like get in and like refurbish the floor, because the floor I had was done. So it's just a case of getting new stuff in.
Fair. Carla says Enzo 24 GA.
Here we go.
Colin, we need to talk, blood. Carlos can't wait. Let me get the laptop. He says, I need my caps back. Oh my God.
Oh, of course.
Crazy.
Of course.
He's on you, bro.
Listen, all right. This is the thing, yeah. If Carlos wants to laud that as a victory, fine. And by the way, I've never said that I don't rate Enzo Fernandez. It's just I don't necessarily think he's worth the 100 million that you bought him for. But that's not his fault. That's the World Cup tax. So it is what it is. What I will say is Enzo Fernandez has done very well this season. Very well. In fact, I mean, Cole Palmer is meant to be their best player, but this season it's been Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, he has been really good, to be fair. Him and Casado. Casado's been good as well.
Have
been class, man. I can't even lie. But yeah, man, Chelsea got a number 9 curse. You got the captain curse. Bro, some of the captains we've had over the years, man. Some of the dross. I remember that time they gave it to Walcott because it was his birthday or something. Like, brother.
Yeah. I remember exactly what game that was as well. That was Southampton.
Yeah.
It was either that was the 0-0 when the season Leicester won the title, I think.
Okay.
So, and we had, because we had just come off we just lost to United at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Before 3-2. The 3-2. And then we had to win at Southampton we had to win at the Emirates to keep it alive because Leicester were playing, I think, West Brom a couple of days after that. I mean, I can't remember this off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
yeah, it ended 0-0. Theo Walcott with the captain's armband and Giroud missing sitters. Yeah.
Oh boy. Fun times, man. Fun times. Kurt says Odegaard looks more washed than KDB. I mean, listen, KDB stepped up, to be fair, for you guys in the last month or so. He's scored some crucial goals, so on his way out. So yeah, I can't really even diss him, to be honest with you, man. Big Carlos, he said you guys are linked to Nkuku. Thoughts? What do you think, Colin? Nkuku, would you want him at the Emirates next season?
I mean, I haven't been impressed with him at Chelsea.
Yeah.
But, I mean, does he really want to be there?
I don't think they don't play him, do they? They don't really play him or play him in his proper position, which is the 10. It's normally up front or on the wing. So I don't know, man. I can't really judge how good he is because, again, he's not had a proper full season in his position playing for a team that obviously wants to dedicate his skill set to what they need to do. So I can't really say if he's any good or not, personally. For me, I just don't want to buy anyone from Chelsea again. I'm just sick and tired of getting Sterling, Havertz. I'm sick of it, bro. Just don't buy from him again, man. Please. I just don't get from any Premier League club that wants to get rid of their players or it's players that they want to move on so they can get fresh players. Just get the fresh players they want. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it'll be a no from me just because I don't want to buy from Chelsea again. I can't lie. Arteta's never dropping Odegaard for Ethan. No, he's never going to do that, bro. I mean, I don't know what's Ethan Nwaneri done, by the way, because, bro, he was killing it when Saka was injured. Ever since Saka, obviously, he's come back from injury, he's already had a sniff. He's even come on for that long. 5 minutes here or there, and the guy was scoring. People forget he scored against PSV in the Champions League knockout rounds. He scored against Manchester City as well. He scored in the Champions League against Girona. He was chipping in with vital goals in games that we needed him to perform in. And bro, we don't even bring him on now. What do you think, Colin? Do you think
we're just giving him the jump minutes at this point? How Odegaard played more or less 90 minutes on Tuesday last week, I will never know. Because honestly, if you presented that game to a neutral, yeah, and you said to them the worst player on the pitch stays on for the whole game practically, they'd be going, nah, surely not. Guess what? That's exactly what happened. And we didn't even make a substitution until the 80th odd minute. Can you explain that one to me? It's been a week since then, right? And I'm still trying to rack my brain around it. I don't know, bro. Genuinely, I think I'm going mad here.
Nah, it's undefendable, really. That's one of the things you've got to criticize Arteta for. Obviously, the players didn't perform well enough. But, bro, the tactics and the lack of changes, even on Saturday, when you could see the players were getting a bit tired because, obviously, they played in midweek. Bro, where's Zinchenko? Where's Ethan? Where are these players on the bench? Where's Tierney? Just bring these guys on. Take Lewis Skelly off. We've got another game in midweek. These guys are knackered, man. Just bring some fresh, players on with a bit of, obviously, vibe for them just to try and steer the game into our favor still. Because, at the time, we were winning still 1-0. But, bro, he just doesn't trust his squad. And after 5 years, like you said, Colin, spending 800 mil, how can you not trust your own bench? These are all the players you brought in. These are not Wenger players. These are not Emery players. These are your players. So it's just not good enough, man. It's not good enough, bro. I can't even lie. It's not good enough.
Doesn't even trust Zenny anymore.
I know.
He bought Zenny.
Yeah, and he used to play him, loved the money. He was one of the first names in the team sheet a couple of years ago. He's playing because we need him to build up from the back, build up from the left back. But, bro, Arteta's a weird one. When you're his guy, you're his guy. He'll play you love for money every single time. Even if you're bad form, he'll still play you. But then once he's done with you ain't seeing the pitch again. Ramsdale, he felt it hard. Zinchenko's feeling it as well. Jesus, for a period of time, he wasn't touching pitch at all. Eddie Nketiah, he didn't touch pitch towards the end of last season at all. And that was his guy. He was bringing him on for every single minute, especially in the season before. But, bro, yeah. Arteta's he's a strange guy, man, when it comes to like how we treat certain players. Just either all in or all out. It's never in between. It's pretty bizarre, man. Marshall KDB is better than Odegaard, says Kurt. You both streaming the Arsenal versus PSG game together. No, Colin's going to be doing it on his channel. I'll be doing it on mine. So obviously you get both reactions there.
Lads, we've explained this before. Like it's the reason we don't do that is because it keeps this show special. That's why.
Facts. Yeah.
Like we've explained this at least once or twice. So you know, you're not going to get that.
That's it. Carlos says, I think Nkunku is a really good player. He's a proven player. Just Palmer has pushed him out in his favorite position. Nkunku isn't a 9. Yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely not a 9, man. Asking him to run,
no, he's not a 9.
Hold it up, you can tell that's not his game, innit? So that's why I say I can't really judge him if he's any good or not. To be honest with you, he says, "Yo, Colin Blood." Obviously, he still wants an answer. I don't know why he's in capitals.
Listen, I praised Enzo Fernandez already. Like, I genuinely don't know what more you want. All right, like what, brother? What you get from me is what you get. Listen, I'm not saying I don't have clangers every now and then, right? But let's be fair, so does Tops.
Yeah, everyone does, bro. Everyone does.
I cook him for his. I did so last week.
Yeah.
But look, I'll take ours, bro. No problem.
Take it on the chin. Kurt says Inter Milan 2-1 Barca, PSG 1-1. That would obviously be Inter and PSG final. I'm not scared. I've got 6 Champions League, says Mayhem. Trent leaving with a laughing emoji. Obviously, Trent obviously announced that he's leaving the club. A lot of abuse he's getting, Colin, man. What's your thoughts on that actually, quickly? Do you think it's right that Liverpool fans are abusing him, or do you think, he was a bit snaky the way he left? Or what's your thoughts on it?
No, it's not. It's not right at all. Listen, if you're unhappy he's leaving, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, from a similar position, I was upset that Fabregas left, right? But I understood it because Barcelona, boyhood club, he wants to compete for Champions Leagues. I understood it because we weren't going to compete for Champions Leagues at that time. With Trent, while there are some differences, I do understand Trent's position because, the Real Madrid pool, I get why you can't turn that down. But on the other hand, I do understand the frustration of Liverpool's fan base in the chat because I think it's the fact that he's leaving on a free. That's what's pissed them off. Like, if he had left for if he had agreed a deal with them in January where Liverpool get money but he goes in the summer, I don't think Liverpool fans would be as upset with him as they are.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
But I think it's more down to the fact that it's the free aspect, which I get because Fabregas, I think he went for, how much did he go for? Like 30, 40 million?
Yeah, something like that? 30, 35 mil or something like that. Which at the time was really good money because, again, inflation and whatnot. But so we went as I get what you say. I mean, the only thing I can obviously link it to is if Saka went on a free. Obviously, I would be a bit annoyed. I can't even lie because
Look, if Saka did that right, and if he left on a free and he basically just snaked us the whole season, then I'd be criticizing Saka. I wouldn't be abusing him.
Nah, I wouldn't abuse him. Nah, I just annoyed that he's left in it.
But I would be annoyed that he's done that.
Yeah.
But look, many people have said this. Roy Keane said this. Like, plenty of pundits have said this. Liverpool will be absolutely fine without Trent. They'll be absolutely fine. Because what they'll do, they'll find someone else in the market, or Connor Bradley will step up. So, it's whatever happens, right? And truth be told, I wouldn't be blaming Trent as much. I'd be blaming your owners who allowed it to get to this. I know Slot came in after Klopp, and those players were in their last year right after Klopp left, and they wanted to see what the new manager was going to be like. All right, fine. But even still, your board shouldn't have let it got to that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think the FSG have got off lightly. The fact they let 3 of their best players go down to their final contract, players that have won major trophies for them as well, by the way. All 3 at the same time is criminal. I know 2 of them have re-signed, but even so, bro, why are you taking risks with 3 of your best players? 3 or 2 of them that you really are going to struggle to replace. Salah's goals and obviously Van Dijk being one of the best centre-backs, obviously, in Europe. Going to struggle to get someone the same caliber as him, especially the lack of quality centre backs, obviously in Europe in general. So yeah, man, criminal how they've got away with it. A lot of this abuse that Trent should be focused on FSG for allowing the situation to get to this far, in my opinion. Because again, everyone knows obviously 2 years down the line, you need to start negotiating. We already heard rumors about Saka negotiating now with 2 years left. Obviously, rumors about Saliba going to Real Madrid. He's got 2 years left as well. So this is the time you need to be making sure you're keeping on to your best players, not allowing them to even not sign. Then you got to say 2 years down the line, listen, we're going to have to sell you them because you're not going on a free. We're getting some money for you or you're signing a new deal. Like when the ball's in your court, when you've got 2 years left, you got to capitalize on it. Resting on your laurels on your hands and thinking they're going to sign and not actually having pen to paper is massively naive, in my opinion, for a board to do. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. I think like FSG should definitely get some more heat, man. Yo, Colin, speak on Enzo again. We've already done that, man. This guy's crazy.
I'm giving you your flowers. That's all you're getting, brother. Shut up.
If someone comes in for 80 mil for him, that's a yes. Sell him. That's obviously about Odegaard, I think. Yes, sell him. Says entertainment and more as well. Also, Colin, my championship manager, blood. Says Carlos, obviously. It was you that said he was a championship manager. I can't even remember. I can't remember if you said
I think
that.
it might have been, but look. Here's the thing, right? See with Enzo Maresca.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. You lot are lucky that Nottingham Forest are falling off. You lot are lucky because less than a few weeks ago, I remember quite vividly, that Chelsea fans are going, we're not getting Champions League. Look at our games. Forest, Liverpool, all of that. Because if you look at Chelsea's games, you're like, how the fuck are they going to get Champions League with those games? Right? But no one saw Nottingham Forest downfall coming. So if you do get Champions League, you can thank Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, and it's top 5 as well. The first time.
I'm gonna wait until next season in regards to Maresca, right? Because I've seen the January dip, and I've seen Chelsea fans complaining about him for like the large part of the second half of the season. So I'm gonna wait. If he does well, if you get Champions League, fine. But I need to see what he's going to do next season.
No, that's fair. Odegaard was a £100 million player a couple of years ago. You can do better, says entertainment more. Selling a player after one bad season, well, you need to relax. Now, you know what it is, bro? Like, for us, we're in a position where we need to capitalize and try and win trophies now. We ain't got time to waste. Bro, this team is in, obviously, danger of imploding if we don't get some players. That's why we need a striker this season. This is why we need a winger, because we're already hearing links about Saliba going to Real Madrid. Once he goes, this is where the dominoes start falling. Me and Colin have seen this before with Fabregas, Nasri, with Van Persie leaving. We've seen how it just implodes and it falls apart, and then you have to have another 2, 3, 4, 5 years to rebuild it again, man. So when we're saying, well, when Colin's saying, I personally wouldn't say him, but when Colin's saying he wants to sell him, I can hear it to a degree, because it's like, bro, if you're not doing the business, we need to get in better. And if we can get some money for you, great. And then we need to go over the line. It's been so long we haven't won a major. It's infuriating. We need to win some trophies, man. How long are we going to wait? So, yeah, for me, we haven't got time to wait, man, for sure. And same with most of Chelsea to get top 4. Maybe. I think they will probably will as well. Going to be hard at the part of France, but Dembele isn't going to play, or is going to play. I heard that he was back in training, so I feel like he probably will play. I don't know if he's going to be on the bench or not, but But yeah, they've got options anyway.
I will say this: see if we're going to win that tie. We need to score within the first 20 minutes.
For sure, man. For sure.
I'm not even joking. Like, do I think we'll win tomorrow? No, or Wednesday? No. Because the highlights from Bournemouth that I've seen, oh god, it's just
it was bad, bro. Second half was
bro,
man, honestly.
Bro, I can't say that's filled me with confidence.
No.
Like, because there's moments, right, where especially this season, right, where my faith in the manager has been shaken a fair few amount of times. Right? I wouldn't say last season, right? But this season, bro, the amount of times that I've questioned this, I've questioned Arteta more times than I did the whole of last season. And I've questioned him at least 4 times this season during games. At least. Like, and it's not just little things that I've questioned. It's big things he's been getting wrong. Like, it's the Odegaard not subbing him off. That's one. Playing Partey at right back for months. Like, what are we doing?
That's a big one. That was atrocious, man. Atrocious.
Right? And then there's another one. Sticking with the same side-to-side BS against Man United in the FA Cup when they were down to 10 men. Like, how the fuck are you not beating that side? How?
Yeah, shocking. Shocking, man.
Those are just off the top of my head, by the way. There's more, undoubtedly, but
yeah,
Do you know what, bro? I don't care if some Arsenal fans are going to get pissed off at me because, quite frankly, I've had enough of a lot of them. I've had enough of the, online fan base anyway. They piss me off, but I don't think he's the one.
No, that's fair to say. To be honest with you,
I don't.
I think the same, man. I think he's a Pochettino, he's a Brendan Rodgers, he's a Naily man. Yeah, I mean, he's done well. Listen, he's done. I'm not gonna say he's a rubbish manager and he's a rubbish coach and stuff like that.
No.
I don't feel like that at all. I feel like he's got us to a certain point, which is like great. You've got to a certain point, but to get over the line, man, he's not the guy. There's too many pressure situations, especially the home games that we've had where we've just bottled it, whether it's Villa away last year, whether it's this year, PSG, or the home games we've drawn and dropped points at. Bro, there's a certain element where you will get to a semi-final and you can't get over it, or we'll get to the last day and we can't win the league or we can't win a cup. Like, you just not got it. We've seen it 3 or 4 years in a row now. So for me, bro, we just need someone, and this is why I didn't really want him in the first place, because we just need someone with experience that knows how to win a league or trophies, multiple, to come into the club and to deal with the team that we've got, because a lot of these players haven't even won trophies before. And that's the realest of the situation, especially the majority.
Do you know what would have been ideal, yeah?
God.
Because I think the club fucked up in getting Emery as well. I think if the club were ambitious enough, because bear in mind, Ancelotti wasn't tied to a club at this point. Right? If the club was ambitious enough, we'll offer you this. Right? Because in an ideal world, we get rid of the old man after Brighton.
Yeah.
Right? We bring in Ancelotti like on an interim basis, and that steadies the ship, and then we give him an extension for the next 2 seasons. Right? Because what you needed at that point was an experienced head to kind of steady the ship, and Ancelotti would have been perfect. But they fucked up by appointing Unai Emery, right? Because him as a manager, that didn't really suit Arsenal as a football club. Right? It didn't suit us whatsoever. Arteta's done a good job up to a point, and I'll never discredit the job he's done, because he's done a great job. Well, great's pushing it, but
Good.
he's done a good job, right? He's done a good job, because the squad we've got it's leagues better than the squad that he inherited. So fair play to him for that. But again, what you're judged on at big clubs is getting over the line. Manchester United, Ruben Amorim will come to this point soon. Like, will he be able to get Manchester United over the line?
Yeah.
Enzo Maresca, he'll get to that as well. Because at Chelsea, you're judged on winning trophies as well. Whenever Pep decides to, take a break, he said 2027 or at the end of his contract currently. So, but again, Pep had a proven track record of winning things, so Man City never had to worry about that, because he's already gotten over the line with other clubs, so it naturally made sense. Personally, I don't think Arteta's the guy to get us over the line. Now, I don't know who is that guy, but personally, I mean, like, if you ask me what I'd want,
Yeah.
the style of play, I'm not even joking, bro. It's so bad. Like, honest to God, it's tragic. Like, even when I've been watching games just on my couch, I've found myself having to, like, just drink cups of Joe to keep me awake.
Wow, awful.
Like,
bro.
that's how bad it is. So, depending on what happens with Napoli, and I'm hoping this is a thought, or with Barca, with Barca being at the club, I'm more at ease knowing that it could be. I'm not saying Conte will be the guy that is appointed, but the thought of Arteta going is a more realistic thought than ever, because Barca is now in charge of, like, the sporting director stuff, which includes hiring and firing managers. So I don't know, bro. Like, I am praying to God things go right on Wednesday, because God help us if they don't.
Yeah, man. Bro, if we don't win on Wednesday, man, a lot of serious conversations got to be spoke about the team and the manager for sure, man. For sure, man. Big up the comments, man. I'll try and whiz through some of these. Bill Carlos says, Ray is too smart and it isn't imposing enough for me. There's no way he's a Premier League title winning manager. I feel the same, man. I feel like he's a good man. He's like a goalkeeper that you win like the FA Cup with or something, like a League Cup. But it doesn't feel like he's a Premier League winning goalkeeper. You look at the goalkeepers in the past, like Courtois and Cech and Seaman and Lehmann and Schmeichel, all these big, and Van der Sar, all these big imposing keepers. And then you look at Ray, you think he doesn't really match up to those kind of keepers. Alisson's another one, Edison. So yeah, man, I feel like I agree with Colin. I feel like we do need to upgrade on him for sure in the summer if we can, man.
Do you know what? Do you know where I realized that? Right?
Yeah.
Going back to last season, Bayern Munich, that first leg.
Yeah.
When he rushes out to the halfway line for some inexplicable reason, even though Gabriel's got it covered, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, panics him for no reason. No one even spoke about that, by the way. We should have probably highlighted that a bit more, because that ended up swinging the momentum of the entire tie, because we were comfortable in there. Ben White should have made it 2-0. We already 1-0 up, and he just came running out like a headless chicken for no reason. And we ended up obviously drawing the game and getting knocked out, man. But yeah, man, big up Bulgarian Goon says, evening, lads. Big up yourself, bro. Big up Ryan. It says, evening, all tops, mate. Just giving you a heads up. Don't ask Colin to multitask. And well, what's that about, bro? He's cooking you as well. This is I need to rename.
No. Listen, bro. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. That is reference to the final day of the championship watch along that we did.
Yeah.
because I was having to update all of the scores
Oh,
on
bro, that's long.
on a banner while focusing on the chat. So yeah, look,
Yeah, that's pretty hard to be fair. I can't lie.
listen,
long.
right? If I cook you for not keeping up with the chat in future, just reference that. You'll be fine.
yeah. Big yourself up, man. You guys signed the wrong Porto midfielder. Obviously, on about Vitinha. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Imagine if Tottenham win the Europa League. Crazy,
Finished.
man. Crazy. Mayhem says you won't hear or see him from me from a month. That's obviously what Colin said. Oh my God, Spurs, please
I'm
win.
being dead ass when I say that, by the way.
Oh my God! Be careful, Colin. Mark Goldbridge will call you out and will call you being a fake fan if you don't back Arteta. Yeah, man. I seen he
Mark
said
Goldbridge coming at me now. Woo! I'm so scared.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
The fraudulent himself. Woo!
Crazy. Carlos says, I want Spurs to win the Europa League because I fear Man United with the UCL pool and with the UCL money, if they obviously win the Europa League and get into the Champions League, also makes United harder to get their targets. We need them to finish 16th, blood, says Carlos.
I don't think that's an issue for United, man.
I know, man.
I don't think that's not an issue. United will never have a problem attracting players, never.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Big up near side remembrance says Arsenal's banter era is undefeated. Thankfully, you guys are returning to that banter era. Hopefully, we don't, man. KDB is doing business. And Kuki might do a thing for Arsenal. Go sign him, lads. I feel like that's sarcasm. 80 mil is a fair price. Yeah, that's definitely sarcasm, man. He plays striker. Right, no, he doesn't. Right. You can't play striker. Big up ST says, hi, Tops, the bike stealer, and Colin, the Sheffield United diehard fan. Bro,
ST, you joker, mate.
When he said that yesterday, I was like, hey, this man was Colin, the Sheffield United fan.
Listen, Tops knows that that's not the case.
Yeah, 100%, man.
When I heard that in your chat, because I was listening to your watch along, not participating in the chat, but just listening, right? And when I heard ST say that, I was like, whoa, hold on a second. Calm the fuck down. That's a straight up lie, brother. Okay? Chill out.
For sure, man. That's crazy. Top stole my bike. That's not true, by the way. I've not stole Carlos's bike. Who's the worst captain, Odegaard or William Gallas? Says Kurt, man. I mean, William Gallas, bro. Oh, my God. To be fair, it's tight. I can't lie because Odegaard, like you said, he hides in the game. This is what's annoying about him, innit? Like, if he didn't hide in the game and was showing for the ball and was trying to do different things, then cool. But so many times I've seen him just run into areas where Saka can't even pass him the ball, especially this last month. But, I mean, at least Gallas cared, but he was just not man enough to lead a team into a title-winning, victory. So, I don't know, they're both terrible, man. I can't lie. They're both probably some of the worst captains we've had, if I'm being honest, compared to, Vieira and...
That's shocking, man.
Justice for Carlos. Look at this narrative. It's crazy. I can't believe I was worried about Arsenal. You might not getting lapped on throw-ins. Oh, I'll never get over that. To be fair, Saka was thinking of... Yeah, Saka's... Bro, and this is why me and Colin both said we didn't want Saka back. Just leave him until next season because he's not fully fit and he's going to have awful performances like we're seeing because he's not fully fit. We knew this. It happened to Odegaard. Bro, Saka's probably been... The only good games he's had is probably against Real Madrid. The other games he's been poor, but I'm not expecting anything different, to be honest with you, because, again, he's been out for 4 months. He's not had a preseason to come back into the team. And everyone just expected because it's Saka. He's just going to be amazing.
Do you know what I would say about Saka that Odegaard hasn't done, though? Saka turned up against Real Madrid.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. He did.
For someone who's supposedly not fully fit, man turned up in a big game.
Yeah, both legs as well. Both games.
Right? Declan Rice turned up in a big game. Why can't Odegaard do that? This, honestly, these excuses for Odegaard, I'm not hearing them, bruv.
Yeah. That's fair, man. That's fair. Also, do you think, guys, that Odegaard looking as thin as has been this season has been the reason for his lack of form? Or do you think I'm looking too much into it? I mean, he has lost a lot of weight compared to someone did a compilation of how he looked last year and this year, and he has looked a lot. He has lost a lot of weight, man. But bro, to be honest with you, I feel like people are kind of make excuses and reasons for him. He's just not been good, man. Whether it's injuries or whatever, him himself has come out and said he's been poor this season. So that's how you know he's not been in good form all season. So I just don't think he's been good enough, if I'm being honest, bro. Arteta hates the way Ethan plays for some reason. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't like players that take a risk and lose the ball in transition. That's why he doesn't play Sterling either, because again, he loses the ball quite often. So yeah, I think that's probably one of the main reasons. But yeah, he just has his favorites as well, man. I feel like cauliflower. I think he's on about Calafiori. It's fit. He's gonna send our Skelly to the shadow realm, bro. I still think he should be playing centre back if we're playing him, bro. To be honest with you, I think he just looks a bit more comfortable in the centre of the pitch rather on the left. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. ST says, I can't lie. I think Marino has been disappointing, by the way. He's done well up front, but remember, lads, we signed him as a midfielder, and as a midfielder, he's been crap. You know what? That is actually a good point, because when we talk about midfield options, and obviously you said it earlier, Colin, you didn't actually mention Marino at all. That's how irrelevant in that selection, bro. For me, I'd put him as a backup striker now. I don't want to see him in midfield, to be honest. I think he should be second or third story striker. What do you think?
Do you know what I would say?
Yeah.
Right? Arteta's last two striker signings. Well, actually, no. Well, the last two players have ended up playing striker.
Midfielder signings. Yeah.
Let's not say striker signings, because they're not that. Havertz bought as a midfielder, yet he played as up front. Did he do well last year? Yeah, he did. But this year he's been fucking tragic. Marino, he's done well. He was bought as a midfielder. Like, again, this is why I'm not as sold on Arteta as I was anymore. Because my man signs midfielders that he wants to play midfield, but they end up playing centre forward
all the time.
That's an issue, by the way. It is. It's an issue, because if you're signing midfielders and they end up playing up front because that's where they're best suited, then you're targeting the wrong people, then, aren't you?
Yeah, facts. That's a massive issue for me, man. A massive issue, bro. Recruitment is one, and hopefully Berta can sort that out and just get the designated striking options that we've been calling out for like 4 or 5 years, man. So hopefully that can get sorted. Arsenal could finish 6th or 7th next season if Arteta stays, says Gary. Obviously, you're not a massive Arteta fan. Not happy with the progress. I like to cycle between the options on the stream.
Do you know what? On that 7th thing?
Yeah.
If that's your opinion, I won't tell you that you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at the performances this season, you can genuinely see us challenging next year with this system, style, and just the same old bullshit, then, bruh, you're smoking serious juju.
Yeah. You know what? That is actually a good point. You know what our performances remind me of? They remind me similar, not obviously as bad, to the performances and the style that Man United were playing last year. But Man United finished 8th. But even though they're going to finish 15, 16, they should have finished like bottom half last year. They were getting battered pillar to post from every team, but they were just getting away with it. And I feel like even though we're second, what our performances have not warranted being second all season. You've seen it. I've not enjoyed.
Do you know what I would say? Do you know what I would say to that? Do you know what I would say to that? I'd actually go one step further.
Yeah.
Right? Our performances lately, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, they're reminding me of us under the old man.
On the Wenger, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not talking I'm not talking 17, 18 like under the old man. That no one can tell me that isn't one of the worst seasons that Arsenal have had. No one.
That was atrocious.
Because it fucking was. You know why? Because Tops lost his smile that season.
Yeah, sure, Michael's-esque, man. My smile was done.
Right?
I was finished. I was over.
If I had to make a direct comparison of what our performances look like now, in contrast with Wenger, I would say they're similar to 15-16 when Leicester won the league.
Okay.
Because if you look at the latter part of that season, our performances were dreadful.
Yeah, we were drawing
during that season.
Yeah, I remember.
And we'd be dropping points to teams that we shouldn't be dropping points to. We'd be drawing a lot of games. The one game that I remember that season, because I've blanked out a lot of it, but there's one game that I remember. Swansea City at the Emirates.
Oh, we lost 2-1. Oh, mate.
1-0 up, cruising,
Yeah.
and then you just you bottle it, right?
Yeah, basically.
And by the way, this is how you know that Arteta. This is how I know this, right? Wenger, because Joe Campbell got us the goal, yeah. For some reason, he decided to take off our best attacker in Joe Campbell, which made no sense to me. And if you look at what Arteta's doing now, he takes off. He has taken off our best attackers during games this season.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, brother, I'm trying to get behind you, but you're not making it easy.
100%.
Like you're actually making it more difficult, if anything, because, bro, bear in mind, I was saying last season that we shouldn't throw the baby out the bathwater just because we lost to Bayern and Villa, right? But now you're making me look like a right fucking idiot. And I don't like to be looked at as an idiot, brother. I've already been cooked by the chat enough.
True. You've handled it well, to be fair. You've handled it well. But yeah, man, big on the chat anyway, man. Make sure you guys like the video if you've not already. Just go quickly go through some of the comments. The players didn't want to negotiate without knowing the new manager, says Near Syed, VVD and Salah are in their 30s. We needed to see how they performed. Salah was mid last season, and 2 years ago, VVD was meaty. They ended up signing, and we saved some money. Trent was offered a contract last year, refused. They offered him like 60 million.
That's different then. If that's true, then that's the case, then that's different.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. Big up SD says Kwanzaa's rubbish. Oh, big up Shane, man. Big yourself up, bro. Good to see you in the chat, man. Big yourself up, hope you're on, my friend. Big up Tops, he says Shane, big yourself up. He says, I wouldn't blame Saliba if he left. I wouldn't blame any of our players if they left while Arteta's still here. Nah, bro, listen, man. If they want to leave and win trophies, you can't really argue with it, bro. Like, 5 years, we've not won anything. You can't really argue if they want to cut, bro. But big yourself up for being in the chat, man, and dropping a comment, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to him as well. He does his own show, Full English Breakfast. Full Irish Breakfast, on his channel, man. So big himself up. But yeah, man. Let's have a look. So it just skips, man. Arsenal under COVID was my favorite Arsenal team, bro. That season was dreadful, man. Honestly, bro. Oh man, we were losing to everyone then. Losing to everyone for sure.
I think our midfield was Xhaka, El Neni, and Ceballos.
Yeah, something like that, man.
Oof.
Oh my god. Honestly, bro. Honestly, so bad. Big up AFC always. Tops and Colin, big up, big yourself up, bro. Thanks for being in the chat, my guy. Big yourself up. Carlos is watching some Bunny Blue, Colin, when it gets boring. This guy.
Carlos, you're close to getting banned.
Oh my god. Arteta isn't and never has been a winner. Pep has always been a winner, even as a player. There's a difference between Arteta and Roberto Martinez. Wow. Crazy, man. David Ray is nothing but a glorified system player with far too many technical deficiencies. No, I'm not about that. Not about reading there. Big up WW2. High tops, big yourself up, bro. Colin, Carlos, man.
Lad, I've been cooked all night.
All night, bro. Give him a rest, man. He's had enough.
I'll get my revenge, don't worry.
No, you will, man. Like I said, it always comes back around for sure, man. Massive defensive striker. I'm being serious. Arteta plays with wingers as wing backs. That's true. I've seen Arsenal go to back six with Saka and Martinelli. Who the hell does that? Saliba's head is turned. Man's doing a madness. That throw-in was his fault and 2 mistakes before that. He's playing like Trent in January. Xhaka is a Bundesliga champion. Show some respect. You guys have had some bad luck with captains. Do you remember Xhaka giving you the finger? Yeah, doing the whole Hogan.
I do remember that game.
Yeah,
I do remember that game. I wanted him sold after that.
Yeah, for sure, man. He was, that, bro. You remember the Koscielny one where he took off the Arsenal jersey to reveal a Bordeaux one? He was the captain
Bro.
as well. Oh, mate, we had some stinkers, man. I tell you, we had some stinkers.
Honestly, do you know what? Right? See, before that, I wouldn't have. If you'd said Koscielny was one of our better defenders in the Emirates era, I wouldn't have disagreed with you. But when he did that, that just completely erased what he'd done, because you don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even talk about him now, really. No one even talks about Koscielny. Like, oh, he was a good defender. Like, after that, people just kind of wash their hands with him, innit? Was Bellerin your captain once? Yeah, he was for a period of time. I can't remember if it was under Wenger or Emery. There was a period where he was starting to wear the captain's armband. I do remember. But yeah, man, we've had a couple of howlers, man. But yeah, that concludes this episode of Arsenal and Chill. Thanks everyone for watching. Colin, tell the people where they can find you and what you've got coming up on your channel on Much Arsenal, man.
Well, I'm gonna give the kind of loud mouth a bit of a rest, because I've been humbled, pretty bad, so just give it a rest. But what I've got planned this week, once all this shit is done, is PSG. Well, the PSG game on Wednesday, which I'm, fingers crossed, really, that we can do something.
Yeah, actually, before we go on to that, let me know what you think the score's going to be and what your thoughts going into that game, actually, in the PSG one, man. Oh, God. Because for me, I don't think we're going to win. I'll be honest. I don't think we're going to win, man. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think we're going to win.
Do you know what? My heart says 1-0 and we win it on penalties.
Oh, cheeky. Very
Which
cheeky.
I don't think my heart could take.
Yeah, that'll be crazy, man.
But my head is saying 1-1.
Yeah, I can see it like a draw or something. Man, but we'll see, man. Hopefully, bro, like you said, if they can get an early goal, then obviously the tie changes completely, because now you're level on obviously in the tie, and now you can go for it. You already scored against them at their stadium, but I think they've just got too many good players. And
by the way, when I say penalties against PSG, I never said once that we're going to win on penalties.
yeah, it didn't, to be
fair. You lot have made that assumption.
Donnarumma versus Raya. Colin is having a stinker. Yeah, they're cooking you. Jesus Christ.
Listen, right? It's not my fault that they've assumed that I think we're winning on penalties, right?
Oh my days.
I said one, we get a goal and then we take it to penalties, but I never said we'd win on penalties. That's your fault for assuming that.
I said, big up Colin. Colin is my guy. Stinker and Hooked. Yeah, now. Big up the chat, man. Fun as always.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what, right? I deserve the cooking I've got tonight, because,
do you know humbleness from you?
No. Do you know why? Yeah, because I joined in the salty cooking that you got last week.
Yeah, see, it comes back around, doesn't it?
It is.
But yeah, man.
I rewatched that a few times, by the way, and I'll be real, it made me laugh every fucking time.
Yeah. That's the main thing, man. That's the main thing, man. But yeah, you're saying, sorry, on your channel you're gonna have some content on there.
PSG Arsenal, obviously, and then what we're going to do as well is Bristol City and Sheffield United. I think that's on the Thursday, and then Coventry and Sunderland on the Friday.
Ooh, that's a bit different.
Oh, Bristol, please.
Yeah, please,
man. Please.
I don't want Sheffield United back in the Prem again. It's too much, man. Or I'd have to deal with Burnley. Not them two, please. But yeah, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Make sure you subscribe to Much Arsenal as well. Started up his new channel. Make sure you go and support my boy Colin. And yeah, man. Until next week, hopefully. We've got some good news next week, but again, potentially out. So we'll see, man. But yeah, big up the chat. It's been a really good episode. And we'll catch you guys next week, man. Like I always say, don't hate the play at the game. And obviously, I'll be back tomorrow to do the Inter Milan and Barcelona game. But yeah, until then, we are out, people. Peace and